Day it is. Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's Hump Day.
Woo-hoo!
Hello and welcome to Hump Day Home Tour, episode number 6. I am so thrilled to have you guys back with us again. Kind of a fun spot because I get to do one of my own listings here in Ankeny, so I don't have another real estate agent with me. So I had to search high and wide and find somebody because this is way more fun with a partner in crime than me just like talking to the camera, blah, blah, blah. So my boy, Matt Johnson with Farmers Insurance is here to join me today. How's it going, Matt?
Good, Jeff. How about you, my man?
Rock and roll. I am well. It's a little bit snowy out here today, but I am well. I'm thrilled to have you with me. We've kind of talked, you're a friend. You're a past client. You're my insurance guy.
That is it.
Man, we do co-marketing together. We do events. If you come out to some of my events, you're going to hang out, see us both there. And typically, I like this background of the main house, right?
Absolutely.
But for you, my man, we did something special today. Here we go.
Whoa, look at that background. Now that is some snazzy work right there.
Right? Just poof, and we got the farmer's background.
See, you're very more technology savvy than I am, especially with your video equipment. I could never pull that off. That's something you see in movies right there.
Well, dude, I appreciate you being here. I do think, kind of before we get into who you are, what you are, just out of nostalgia purposes, because you were saying I like to do video, and I mentioned you were a client. You actually sold your house, man, 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yep, at the end of 19, right before the good old pandemic.
Yeah,
happened.
the world shut down right after we sold your house.
Yep.
But we kind of did something fun there. I had one of my favorite videos of all time, and it looks like it was actually, this video looks like it was recorded in like 1993. But let's go take a look at that video of your old house.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need you to stop what you're doing and listen. This house is on fire!
Price reduction alert. This home is chock full of features and somebody is going to get a great place. I can't tell you all of them in this video, but we're going to try and show you my favorite 5. I don't know how to put this, but this house is kind of a big deal. It has
many leather-bound books and smells of rich mahogany.
Okay, maybe not, but it does have a hidden room. What a place for an exercise room.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I mean, it really jumped out of hand fast. I mean, what am I doing? My number 2 favorite feature of this house has got to be the lot. I love the pond views, the awesome deck, and the fenced-in backyard. I love scotch. Here it goes, down into my belly.
Scotchy, scotch, scotch.
Okay, just kidding. Coming in, my number 3 favorite feature, it's got to be the fully finished basement with this awesome bar.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Coming in at number 4 on my list is this sunroom. Perfect place to stop and grab a cup of coffee or hang out after work.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
No, I'm not. I am at my favorite feature of this entire house, and believe it or not, it is the master closet. The place is ginormous. You've got a washer and dryer in here, granite countertop, folding table, and more space than you could ever need. What a cool house that was. So is it a little nostalgic seeing the old place?
That brought back some memories. I was telling Jeff how much I missed that basement. I missed that basement bar. Just being able to watch movies and relax down there.
Good place to watch the bees,
Yep.
right?
And when he says the bees, he means the Boston
The
Bruins.
Boston Bruins, who are crushing it right now
First place right now.
by a landslide.
Yep. They may set some records this year.
I was taking my 8-year-old to school today, and he was looking at the NHL app, and he's like, "Dad, how does Boston have 100+ points already?" I'm like, "I know, they're good."
They are.
We might be going. I think we're going to go catch them in Chicago next week. Should be a lot of fun.
I'm jealous.
So-
Absolutely jealous.
So enough hockey talk. Hey, Matt, if you would, man, I would love to learn just a little bit more about your time in insurance, some things that folks watching might need to think about. But tell me, how long have you been in the insurance game? What got you into the game? And then let's just talk a little bit about what you do.
Absolutely. So I have been in insurance, it feels like, my entire life. Those of you watching, Jeff would know, but my father, Larry, LJ, as people call him, either you've seen his pin somewhere or you've probably met him or seen him out.
Ink pens all over the Des Moines Metro.
It's
anywhere you go.
It's the
LJ's
best marketing.
got-
He taught me that for sure. Get your picture on a pin and leave it out, and make sure they're good pins too. We get a lot of compliments, even from clients people that aren't our clients. They say, "Hey, I love this pin."
Yep.
They absolutely love them. So that's a great way to market yourself for anybody watching out there who's looking for a little tidbit on marketing. So I feel like I've been in insurance my entire life. My dad has started the agency, and I recently purchased it from him in 21. We actually just celebrated the beginning of our 3rd year back in February.
Congrats.
And thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a fun-filled 2 years. From our marketing partnerships, things we've been able to do, from client events to just event sponsorships. But getting to know and work with people, that's kind of my true passion. I know that's what my dad has done, is helping people, whether it's helping them understand coverage or in a claim situation. We're always there to help and work with our clients. And that's kind of what I missed when I was on the corporate side.
Sure.
Being able to come back in and connect with people on a different level, more meaningful level when it comes to insurance and financial services.
And I know you've worked with a few of my home buyers and sellers. I always tell people, great time to quote insurance is when you're getting a new house, or any time, but that's a great time, and you've taken great care of them. So I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate that. Appreciate the referrals as well. It's been nice to cross mingle, I guess, clients. You do a phenomenal job when it comes to real estate. That's why we wanted to work with you when we listed our house. We went right to Mr. Jeff Downing, and he was able to get our house listed, put some phenomenal marketing out there, from videos to pictures, and was able to work with us and make it a very comfortable buying and selling process for us as well.
Cool. Well, let's dive just a little bit deeper into the insurance land. A couple things that people might want to think about when they're thinking insurance, which nobody likes to think about, right? That's just one of those things. It is a necessary evil. You don't want to think about it until you crunch into that deer, or lightning strikes your house, or something even more like every month. You hope everything goes well, and you never need it, but dig it a little deeper for me if you would.
Yeah, so I'll keep everything very high level here. With our agency, we really try and focus more on client education versus sales, because insurance is a very integral part of a person's life, and there's a lot of moving parts in it. It is, like you said, a necessary evil. I mean, I have to pay my insurance bill. It's actually coming up this month, and I don't want to pay it, but I know that I need to. I actually had to use it last month, and Farmers Claims did a phenomenal job when it came to getting my car personally back on the road.
Yeah.
But there's a few things when it comes to insurance, specifically homeowners insurance, that people want to be aware of. They want to have a good understanding of. Unfortunately, you do see articles from time to time, especially last year when the tornado came through about this time.
Oh, yeah.
There's articles that were still coming out in September, October about people waiting to get their homes fixed, or they weren't getting the money they thought they were supposed to get to rebuild their home.
Frustrating.
It is, and it's unfortunate because, representing an insurance company and an industry, we don't want people to be in those positions.
Yeah.
And a lot of it does come down to education. But the first thing is when you look at a house and you want to put home insurance on it is understanding replacement cost versus maybe actual cash value.
Sure.
The industry has been moving more towards, especially with roofs, moving the older roofs from replacement cost to paying a depreciated value. And why that's so important is, let's say you have a roof claim. Let's say it hails in Iowa, which never happens ever.
Yep. Nope. My house is about 10 years old. I'm kind of hoping for hail.
And so they say it's going to cost, roofer comes out, they say it's going to cost $10,000, easy math, $10,000 for you to replace your roof. You say, okay, if you don't have replacement cost, the insurance company might say, if it's 10 years old, okay, we're going to depreciate that down, and it's about 30% depreciated value, so we're going to give you $7,000 to replace your $10,000 roof.
Okay.
On top of that, you have to pay your deductible. Let's just say you have a $1,000 deductible.
Uh-huh.
You're going to get a $6,000 check to replace your $10,000 roof.
Okay.
Now, if you have replacement cost,
Yep.
it's $10,000 to replace your roof.
Yep.
You're going to get $10,000 to replace your roof
Minus
less the deductible.
Okay.
And that's what people think they have
Yeah.
until they have to find out they may not have that coverage.
So check with your agent on, do I have replacement?
Absolutely. Check and see if you have replacement cost on your house, on your roof, and certainly on your personal property as well.
Okay. Awesome.
The second thing would be market value versus replacement cost on the house.
Yeah.
And I know market value fluctuates. Right now, it has continued to increase and increase and increase.
Yep.
But the difference between the two, because I get this all the time. Well, I can sell my house for this. Why am I insuring it for this amount?
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And it makes sense.
Yep.
It certainly makes sense to think about insurance and insuring your house that way.
Yep.
Well, the market value, and you would know this, it's what you could sell to a buyer.
Yep.
If I want to sell my house today, the market value is what you're willing
Ready,
to pay
willing,
as a
and able buyer. Yep. What they'll give you.
Exactly. And that's not how the insurance company looks at your house. And you wouldn't want them to, because one year the replacement cost or the value could be up here, and the other year it could be way down here. And you don't want to get caught at either one of those, because not only your premium is going to go up, but they're also going to decrease. But if something happens, you're not going to get your house rebuilt for what it should be rebuilt for.
Gotcha.
So replacement cost is if your house is gone today. Tornado comes through.
Yeah.
Your house is gone.
Derecho.
Derecho comes through. Derecho plus hailstorm plus tornado.
Rates go up. I felt them. They just went up. Just by us saying that, my rates went up.
Replacement cost is your house is gone today. What's it going to cost to replace it tomorrow? You know, you're looking at lumber, you're looking at labor, you're looking at materials, screws, roofing materials, everything that goes into a house. That's what it's going to look at when it comes to replacement cost. So there is a pretty big difference in looking at replacement cost versus the market value.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, the third thing that I always try and point out to people as well is sewer and drain backup coverage.
Oh, right in the basement.
Right?
That finished basement we just saw in your house, that sewer backs up and...
Exactly. I mean, I made sure I had that on my coverage. Obviously, I'm in the industry, but I want to make sure if I wasn't, I say, hey, what happens if my sewer backs up? You hear it all the time. 3-4 years ago when we had 10 inches of rain in an hour in Ankeny, how many people
half the town
had water come up through their basement?
Yep.
A traditional homeowner's policy is not going to cover that. That is excluded from coverage. The only way to get that is if you add an endorsement on called sewer and drain backup. It might be different companies use different language, but it's going to be the same thing.
Yep.
If that happens, you can put coverage on replacing or repairing the damage in your basement and repairing the belongings. So if you think about, our house that you showed, we had a couch down there. We had carpet. We had, everything was drywalled. Everything was finished. Chairs, tables. Water comes up through there and ruins all of that. There's no coverage from a homeowner's policy unless you specifically have that on your policy. So if you haven't looked at your policy in a while, certainly make sure that if you have a finished basement or if you just want coverage, it's fairly inexpensive to get it. It's something that you should really have.
So when I'm showing buyers houses, one of the most common questions I get is, has this basement been wet? And my answer is, whether it's on the disclosure or not, we're in Iowa. This basement either has been wet or could get wet because we just never know. Like, there's no guarantee whether that basement's been wet before, if it will get wet again, or if it's never been wet, if it's going to stay dry when you own it. Absolutely. There's no guarantees. So I remember that's one of the things you coached me up on right away when I moved my coverage over to Farmers. Great idea. Hey, look at that sewer and drain coverage. It is going to save you a ton of headaches.
It is. The small amount of premium will definitely outweigh what it would cost if that does happen in your house.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Anything else on the insurance side you want to slide in before we move forward?
I don't think so. I mean, obviously, shameless plug. If we can ever help out, we've had our agency for just under 40 years now, family owned, been with Farmers for those 40 years. We do insurance, financial services, and life insurance as well. They actually all fit together, a nice little pyramid. I'd be more than willing to show anybody. But if we can be a resource as well, we get clients and non-clients call and just ask questions. More than happy to just help out in any way that we can.
You want to quote your home and auto, get in touch with Matt. Get in touch with me. I can put you in touch with Matt. Really painless process. It doesn't hurt to get a quote, see what's going on.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff.
Rock and roll. Well, let's flip back to our Hump Day home tour, and we're going to go to this great new listing on 3rd Street in Ankeny. And the way I like to start this show is just talk about some cool spots close by. And I'm going to slide to my right screen here so we can get this sweet intro. 721 Southeast 3rd. You saw it there on Google Earth. It has got an elementary on one side and a church on the other. Tons of open space. So I love the location of this place. And where we're going to start for our first cool spot close by, I think we've met there a time or two. It's a cool spot for me to meet clients, but that's Porch Coffeehouse. Just kind of up the road in the old uptown district of Ankeny is Porch Coffeehouse. Used to be Ronaldo's, right? Yes, I'm sure you went in there, right? I kind of miss that spot, but I love what they've done here at Porch. Oh, Matt, have you been in here a time or two?
I have. I actually was just in there a couple weeks ago. Got some coffee for my wife and I before church, and then her birthday was coming up, and I was looking, and they had these really cool magnets, little display magnets that you could put on your fridge that are more modern. I think one was my daughter asked me what it's like to have kids, and I started to say, Mom, 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 Mom,
Yes.
Mom, until she asked me to be quiet. And then I said, that's what it's like to be a parent.
Yes.
It's just little nuances like that, little trinkets they have that are unique.
Great coffee, great scones. It's just a good place to hang out. I've got a review here. Pulled this off Facebook. Says, I went to Porch Coffee today and had the absolute best service. I tried something new, which I normally don't do. I didn't really care for the drink. It was made correctly and perfect. Just not really my top choice. I went back to order and pay for the salted nut roll latte. By the way, is the best coffee drink I've had in Des Moines in a long time. And the barista up front said it was on the house. I communicated there was nothing wrong with my other drink, just preference. She was so kind, and I was surprised by a random act of kindness. Thank you. Loved the treat after walking in on the trail near their location. Service and quality on point. Absolutely cool location too, right off the trail. That place is building up. We're getting some really cool stuff down in that area. But check out Porch Cafe. All right, let's move along here. We've got an Ankeny High grad with us, and with this school here, with this house, this listing, how do we not talk about the elementary school that is right across the street? So East Elementary is literally your neighbor and right across the street. And I love having elementary schools across the way for a couple of reasons. If you've got kids and they're elementary age, it is so easy. You don't have to battle the car lines. You don't have to battle the traffic. You can send them right across the street, away you go. Now, if you don't have kids, living to an elementary school is awesome too, because for 9 months out of the year, at about 7:30 and about 3 o'clock, it's busy for 20 minutes. And then the weekends, the summertime, you've got the quietest neighbors around.
Absolutely.
So
And I would say, to piggyback off that, one of the reasons we wanted to build and buy our house where we previously did was because it was right by an elementary school.
Yep, 100%. 100%. And East, along with the other Ankeny schools, we've got just some ratings here. Look, they rate really, really high. Ankeny schools, both my kids are in the system right now, do a great job. East Elementary rating out at an A-, Parkview at an A, Ankeny High School at an A. I mean, just awesome, awesome, awesome grades for these schools. Great location. How long has it been since you were in Ankeny?
2006 was when I graduated.
06. So you've seen the town change a little bit.
Yeah, it went from one football team to two.
Yeah, 06 would have still just been one Ankeny, correct?
Absolutely.
It was maybe a few years later, maybe around 10 to 12, somewhere in there when they split.
Yep, that's I think that's exactly what it was. But I'd come back and I'd see the town just continue to grow every single year, and I'd come back from college, and it was really cool to see it take on this new personality, to see the growth and the expansion that this city has done. But a lot of times when that happens, your school systems, your district, things start to kind of decrease a little bit, maybe in quality.
Struggle with the numbers,
Yeah, and Ankeny has certainly not done that, as Jeff showed you with with the ratings there, which I think is fantastic, and I think it's definitely one of the reasons that people should and want to move to Ankeny.
Yeah, 100%. So one more cool spot close by. I'm here with my friend Matt Johnson from Farmers Insurance. We're going to go back to the Uptown location, and we are going to talk about Department R, a really cool locally owned store to get some great stuff. So Department R, I wasn't quite sure at first, like what is Department R? What does this mean? Well, it's the 3 R's, right? They're going to reclaim, they're going to repurpose and reinvent some really cool stuff that you can put in your home. Matt, have you had a chance to get in here by any chance?
I have not, so I'm kind of just as intrigued as I'm sure some of our viewers are about what the store's about.
Well, we'll have to sneak down. I would caution you, take Mama Bear there. She'll find some really cool home decor. We'll just look at a couple of these photos of some of the things that you're going to find for your home decor. And what's nice is you walk through the aisles of Target, and guess what? I put some decor stuff from my house in Target, and it's in 70% of the other houses I go to and visit in Ankeny. If you're getting stuff from Department R, really, truly unique pieces, that's going to really make you stand out a little bit.
That is, and just looking at that, it reminds me of some of the things we have in our house, more of that rustic feel, but also modern, and it really is unique, like you said. I mean, Target, it's everywhere. Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, gosh.
But here, it's it's completely it's unique, and I think that is really cool. It'll have some meaning to it.
Yeah, 100%. Check out Department R in Uptown Ankeny. All right, rock and roll. That concludes our cool spots close by. So with that, I think we should jump over and actually take a look at this awesome new listing here on 3rd Street.
I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for it.
Here we go, through the magic of the internet. Oh my gosh! Another cold spell in Iowa, but this new listing is sizzling hot. Can't wait to show you some of the hot features. Oh man, this huge kitchen is so much great space. I might even do some dishes looking out at this window. But for real, you're gonna love the space with a large pantry, and then it goes right out to your beautiful backyard that has fully fenced yard and a large oversized 2-car garage. Ooh, sizzling hot feature here has got to be the fully finished basement. This space is incredibly flexible. This room can be used as a bedroom, an office, a workout space, whatever you might need. And bonus, we've got a full bathroom down here. Ow! Another sizzling hot feature has got to be this large family room. Right off the front door, we've got upgraded flooring and beautiful space for you to hang out with your family. Ow! Sizzling hot feature coming at ya. The upper level has tons of space, 3 generously sized bedrooms, and a full bathroom. All right, sizzling hot features despite the snow and the gross there at Southeast 3rd. Check it out. It is a sweet, sweet place. Would love to show you around and maybe make that home yours. So
Absolutely. I love that listing, Jeff. Like, perfect location. Yeah. If you are one of my clients or you know me but don't know Jeff and do want to take a look or have interest, feel free to reach out to me. I can connect you with Jeff, get you Jeff's contact information. I'm happy to help out there as well.
100%. Well, Matt, before I let you go, I got a couple other fun little segments we want to do. And I know usually I've got real estate agents, so it's a little real estate agent centric. So we're going to take you out of your comfort zone, move you into the real estate world for these last 3 segments. And what I want to start with is a little game we call the higher or lower game. So I'm going to show you some photos of 3 new listings that are out there, and the benchmark is $300,000.
Okay.
You're going to guess, is it listed for higher or lower than $300,000?
I think I can handle that.
You can handle it. Nothing to.
I went to Ankeny. I should be able to at least handle that.
Right? No doubt. But we got to have a little bit of fun with it. So if you get it right, we're going to do, well, get it right or wrong, we're going to do the tortilla challenge. But if you get it right, I'm going to give you this guy right here. And you get to smack me as hard as you can. Don't go easy with that tortilla. Because if you get it wrong, I'm coming at you right here with everything I've got. So we'll take a look at this first house here, listed by Mark Charter with Charter House Real Estate. Fun fact, him and my first deal ever 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago, was with Mark Charter. But Mark has this place listed in Ankeny on Southwest 46. It's actually kind of a bi-attached duplex. Got a nice fenced-in yard. I want to say it's 2 or 3 bedrooms. I don't have the information pulled up like I should, so we're going solely off these pictures here. Love this living room, the stone fireplace, just a really cool-looking spot. Matt Johnson, I'm going to ask you, is this listed for more or less than $300,000?
Can I phone a friend?
No phoning a friend, not on this one.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, buddy.
Basement finished?
Basement is finished on this one.
Walkout?
Yes. Yep, it is not. It's a full basement.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Wheels are turning. Doesn't.
I want to go like 289, 294. But if it's in Ankeny,
yeah,
I'm gonna go like 305. I'm gonna go over.
It's going higher, and the answer is lower at 259.9.
Right.
You know what that means. Get ready for it. Here we come. Oh, I get you both coming and going. That'll wake you up.
All right, I better get the next one correct, huh?
I'm going. I want all 3 of these because I got more in the tank than that too. All right, so this is the trend right now. Everybody is wanting a barn-dominium. So this is in Garwin, Iowa. I don't know where Garwin, Iowa is. I probably should have Googled it. Bet you would insure in Garwin, Iowa, right? You can do the whole state of Iowa.
Absolutely.
But we've got a barn-dominium here. Kind of a cool spot. They've got just the old, the rustic feel to it. A little bit smaller, a couple bedrooms on a bit of an acreage. This barn-dominium here, nice covered front porch. What do you think, Matt? Higher or lower than $300,000? Garwin, Iowa.
How much land?
Good question. I don't have my notes here. We were right up against it getting this episode ready to go, man. This is my second one this week. We were right up against it.
I'm gonna go lower.
All right, he's guessing lower than 300,000, and it's 349.9. Here we go again.
All right,
let's go, Matthew. You know what to expect. All right, you can't go over.
Get one.
You can't go over. We got one more to do today.
What? I feel like if I had the land, if it was
then you would have known. Yeah, I mean,
versus 10 acres.
Big difference between a half acre and 10 acres.
Yeah.
So let's go Des Moines, Iowa here. My friend Joe Hand has this one listed. Really cute little spot on 44th Street. You can see up here the master attic kind of is what they did, a bigger bedroom. You've got a fully finished basement that we're looking at here right now. Just a cute brick house. I love the flag hanging out in front, hardwood floors, wood-burning fireplace. Kind of an adorable little house. We don't have a lot of these in Ankeny. You kind of got to go to Des Moines to get this character.
I'm going to go. Actually, do you know how many bedrooms it is?
We're going to call it 3-ish.
Let's do. I'm gonna go over. I'm going over.
We're going over, he says, and this is listed higher at $330,000. So before you get to go, here we go. Give it to me. Ah, come on. You missed.
There we go. I got him good on that one. I'm not a real good tortilla slapper, I guess. Need to work on that.
That's the higher or lower game. Hannah's going to wonder what's going on when you bring home tortillas today and be like, you want to play the tortilla challenge? No.
She's going to hit me with a tortilla again. She's like, I talked to Jeff, actually.
Yeah. You come home with this just red face. Yep. Like, what happened? I got hit with a tortilla. All right, Matt Johnson hanging out from Farmers Insurance, hanging out with me today on Hump Day Home Tour. Got a couple more little segments we're going to do here. Matt, our next, we're still diving deep into the real estate world. But join me for Stat of the Day.
Stat of the Day.
Stat of the Day! Stat of the Day! Yes. Stat of the Day! Stat of the Day! Here comes the Stat of the Day!
I think you're losing viewers and listeners based on that.
We get
that song.
Great reaction with that. Great reaction. People love Stat of the Day.
See, I think you'd get better reaction with something like this.
Okay.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, dabba-doo-ba-doo, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that what? Stat of the day. Bop. More of a leisurely?
No, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's kind of a loungy.
What does McLovin think?
I love it.
Yeah. Right? A little more relaxed.
Oh, all that heavy metal always made me anxious.
You know what, Seton?
It's like a warm glass of eggnog pouring down your britches.
I'll tell you what, Ron. Would you sing Stat of the Day? And I'll bring.
But I can also sing it the regular way too.
What's the regular way?
Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Here comes the stat of the day!
In fact, well, let's just look at where inventory is right now. There's in the Des Moines metro market, 619 homes of our 1,827. So about a third of our inventory is in that $300,000 to $400,000 price point. And again, a lot of this is new construction, building into that particular category. But what's kind of alarming is this far left category between a $0 and $100,000 price point. There's only 16 homes total on the market as of February 28th. Only 16 homes. That's not very many at all. When you look at that 619, that's quite a change. And you get down to that lowest price point, and that makes the home affordability there. To the first-time home buyer jumping into the real estate market, they really have to look somewhere between probably in that upper $100,000 price point to into the $200,000 to $300,000 price point before they're going to find any inventory. And that can be tough for first-time home buyers.
All right, looking at real estate stats. I'm sure you do this every day. You hop on and see what your real estate stats are.
Absolutely. Not a day goes by I don't have my coffee and look at these stats.
Right? Really cool chart, though. Just showing where the homes are at, what price point has the most. What jumps out at you when you look at this graph here, Matt?
Well, I was going to say, that doesn't really surprise me a whole lot, just given the environment where interest rates are, just the fact that everything's been trending upwards for the past year and a half, 2 years from home value standpoints, that there isn't a lot from that $0 to $100,000 range.
Right. Not much. And what's crazy, too, is if we look by community, really, to get a house under $100,000, you got to be in Des Moines proper. That's where it is. You can't get a house in any of the suburbs. So much black in that first column there, be under 100. Now, when you get up to 100, 200, we sprinkle a few more in. Ankeny has 9, but Bondurant with 0, Carlisle with 0. You still that 100 to 200. I think that's maybe what surprises me is there's not a little bit more push in that 200 mark. When I bought my first house, and I guess it dates me though, this was back in 2005. I bought a townhouse in Ankeny for $130,000. And what was your first house? Was it the one we sold? Was that the first place you bought?
That was. We were able to live with parents for a while, save up some money.
Smart.
Didn't have any kids, which certainly helped quite a bit for us to put a down payment on for our house here in Ankeny.
Yep. The other surprising part, I think, with this chart, I knew there was a lot between 300 and 400,000, right? That's kind of the sweet spot. But a third of the inventory at 620 houses, that might be a little heavier than I thought at 619. And then I also kind of surprised how many we've got above $1 million at 42 houses out there, up over $1 million mark.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't even look that far.
Right.
Because those for me are pipe dream houses, I guess, that far out.
Yeah.
That's eye-opening. Even from 900 to $1 million, if you take those two categories and then $1 million and above, I mean, you've got 73 houses. Yeah.
It's a lot in the luxury market.
Yeah, it really is.
Yep. Well, cool. That is stat of the day. I'm hanging out with my friend Matt Johnson. We got the farmers here. Let's both slide out so they can see the farmers. Go that way. Farmers.
Farmers.
Yes. You know what I like about farmers is I'm not paying you to have Patrick Mahomes and who else? Aaron Rodgers, all those people. I mean, that stuff. Somebody's got to pay that.
Yeah.
It's the consumer.
That is a lot of money. I mean, I think farmers, I get questions all the time. I haven't seen you guys advertise much, or why don't you advertise more? And it really comes down to, we like to put that money back into our clients' pockets as far as claims go. We rarely have a client that is dissatisfied with a claims payout or a claims process. We have Professor Burke, and he kind of preaches the same thing that we do. It's about education as opposed to, hey, we've got Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes or Flo, for example.
Now, if Farmers is looking for somebody, the host of Hump Day Home Tours, I would work for a lot less than Patrick Mahomes, maybe 50%.
Here we go.
Farmers, if you're looking, reach out. I'd be happy to help you with your commercials.
Let's keep that in play.
Rock and roll. Hey, Matt Johnson and I, we're going to move through a couple more segments. This next one is a fun one. Matt, you ever get stuck on Zillow Gone Wild on the old Facebook?
Every once in a while I do, but is my cheek red?
That
Is
could
there any
be
tortillas involved?
from the tortilla. No tortillas in Zillow Gone Wild. All right, Zillow Gone Wild. We are going to start here with the billionaire creator's home of Rockstar Energy Drink. This thing is in Park City, Utah. I knew you'd like this thing because I know you like to get up and out on the slopes. You like to get to Colorado. I don't know if have you skied Utah?
I have not, but I've only heard good things.
Gorgeous. But this house is gorgeous. Listed for a mere $50 million.
Pocket change.
$50 million. Now, get this. Your annual HOA fee. Just the annual HOA fee on this thing, $22,650.
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it. So here we go. This one's a little bit out over our skis, but Rockstar Energy, if this is your home, here we go. Wow. So this is beautiful. I love looking out the windows. I'm going to throw a comment up here if you'd read that for me.
From Amber Joe, where's the poker table in the buffet?
Right. You got to have a buffet if you got a big room like this, and the poker table. That was fun. A little bit poker table, but this next comment, this is great. Go ahead, Matt.
From Kara Press, it's good to see that the Teletubby horn is alive and well.
Right? What is going on with that over there? The Teletubby horn, like, I don't even know what that is.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Are you a Friends fan? Do you like
the show
Friends?
Dip into Friends, yep.
So when Joey got his first big break and he started making all this money, moved out, bought his own apartment in New York City, but then he started buying all this just random stuff. He had word of the day toilet paper. He had just different artifacts, and he had no idea what they were, but one was a porcelain dog that he had no idea. He just bought it because he enjoyed looking at it, and so that horn reminds me of the porcelain dog.
Hey, can you put a Teletubby horn in my house? That would be just perfect. All right, one more from this listing here, and look at that.
I mean, I have nothing. I can't make fun of that. That's
right.
Good for him, right?
Gorgeous. There we go, Matt.
From Shannon, what if a bear jumped in and came into the inside of the pool?
Like Cocaine Bear?
Cocaine Bear.
You wake up and Cocaine Bear swimming in your lap pool.
I saw a commercial for that the other day. I was like, that's a real movie?
Yes, we've ran out of ideas for movies.
Exactly. It's like,
ran out of ideas.
What? But
it's supposed to be a true story.
I think that bear definitely would jump in that pool and swim over.
If Cocaine Bear is a real thing, he's swimming in this lap pool.
Absolutely.
All right, one more.
I'd jump in, and then Catherine said, that pool screams no fun.
I mean, it's not really built for kids,
yeah.
right? You and I, we've got kids. I think that was done intentional.
Yep.
Like, he doesn't want a gaggle of 8-year-olds swimming in this pool because it's kind of not great.
Yeah, I'm looking at the front and I'm like, okay, where's my 1-year-old sit?
Right.
Where's like the kiddie section of this pool?
Nope, no squirt fountains. But you could get, a bunch of adults just hanging out around the edge of the pool, drinking some beers, or you can get some exercise.
Yeah, maybe we Airbnb that. I'm sure we'd go for $22,000 a week or more. Boy. So we'd have to fill the pool with adults. So there'd be no room to have any movement in there because everybody has to chip in to pay.
Yep. Oh, man. Zillow Gone Wild. Let's go with another Zillow Gone Wild listing here. This one is got some panoramic views of Lake Washington. It's offered at $1.1 million. It's a one-of-a-kind artistic custom home with 5 decks and great views.
No potato shed, though.
No potato shed. That's like an ongoing joke with Zillow Gone Wild. There was a potato shed, and it has not died.
Well, that's kind of the breaking point for me, then, if there's
right.
no potato shed.
No potato shed. I'm out. All right, we're going to take a look at this photo here. This is their exercise arcade room / giant clock room.
Relaxation, Willy Wonka?
Yes, here we go, Matt.
Rebecca said there is no striding in this house, only scooching, shimmying, and pivoting.
So all of the rooms are kind of like this, just shoved full with as much stuff as possible. So no walking around, just shimmy, just get right through there. One more comment on this one.
Laura said, everybody watch the person exercising. It's a form of group exercise.
Right. It does look kind of like the exercise bike is a bit on a stage. Like, all right, everybody sit around. Watch me bike a couple miles.
The old 70s style houses where they have like the pit in the middle and carpet benches all the way around.
Right. Yes.
This goes right in the middle. Absolutely.
We got one more on this listing here. There's your backyard.
Reminds me of Harry Potter. When they get to the school and they have the changing staircases, except I don't think these change, but it's still probably just as confusing. Right. And we talked about having an adult beverage or two.
Oh boy.
Imagine having one of those and trying to find your way from point A to point B.
Hey, that goes right with this first comment. Here you go, Matt.
Honey, I'm lost in the backyard again.
Yeah, right.
My wife, Hannah, would not be surprised. She'd have to come out every day and just
Where's
guide
Matt?
me.
Marco!
Polo!
Yes. And then perhaps my favorite comment from Zillow Gone Wild today.
The architect drawings.
Right. We found them. They uncovered the architect drawings for the backyard here.
You know what? Having a 5-year-old at home, we do play Chutes and Ladders, and I can tell you she would be able to navigate this house just fine.
Right.
Me and you, on the other hand, would nope, no chance.
Yep, nope. We would be lost. So that is Zillow Gone Wild. Man, thanks for doing that with me. Kind of come to the point of the show where we're wrapping up. Is there any last final thoughts, anything you want to share about farmers or yourself before we cut loose?
No, the only thing I want to say is just if we can help out in any way, feel free to let us know. Just again, we can be a resource. My dad and I do have our CIC designation, which means we're certified insurance counselors. So we do try and do a lot more of the educating versus the selling when it comes to insurance.
Oh, and you spoil your clients.
We do at times spoil our clients.
Like perhaps new clients if they wanted to sit courtside at a Iowa Wolves basketball game.
We have an event coming up, actually, don't we?
Boom.
Here in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
We do have an event coming up at the Iowa Wolves game. This will be my second year going. One was a guest of Jeff's, actually, and then when I took over the agency from my father, he said, hey, do you want to do this event? I said, absolutely. We had a fantastic time there. And so we do have that event coming up. As well as a
autographs
few
afterwards.
others.
I think Luca Garza, they're hoping he's back in town.
Yep.
Jay Bowe is going to be around, so if you want to get some Hawkeye autographs, we'll be right down on the court. Get right out there. So look us up if you want to come to the Iowa Wolves game.
Absolutely, and they are going to give out player cards as well, so that's what you'll be getting for
get
the
some of those
autographs
signed.
there.
So. Cool. Well, thanks, Matt. I appreciate this. We're going to take a quick look. Next week, we're going to be back on Hump Day Home Tour. My good buddy Colin Pansy has a great new listing in Des Moines at 2447 Francis Drive. We're going to do a walkthrough tour. Of course, there's going to be fun and games, Zillow Gone Wild, stat of the day, who knows what else we might do. But we'll be back next week with Colin Pansy.
Well, Jeff, I do want to say I appreciate you bringing me on here. Appreciate you taking care of the clients that we send your way. And I only was wondering if we could get you to stand up so we can see this immaculate shirt that you have on
you'll
right
see
here.
it on the whole video, but we were out in the snow in my swimwear, and so I stuck with it for this. I probably should have put sleeves on, but what the heck?
Why?
What the heck?
Why? I don't think so. I think it's perfect.
Right. Hump Day Home Tour, episode 6 in the bag. Thanks for joining us. Let's take one last look at 3rd Street before we go.